Hello, and thank you for coming to my presentation on the proposal of a new center for youth in our area. The Antelope Community Youth Center seeks to be a center for all ages of children to come and participate with other children of like ages in activities that are not only engaging and enjoyable but also educational to each age group's developmental level. There will be 5 age groups, each one having 2 activities that are consistently offered for them to participate in. We will be going room by room for activities that deal with each age group, starting with infants and going to toddlers, early childhood, middle childhood, and last, adolescents. Our first age group is infants, ages newborn to 12 months. Our activity then is called Texture Tour and consists of varied objects around the room that are different textures on walls, floors, and low surfaces that the infants can reach while being assisted in standing. Caregivers will be encouraged to assist their children in interacting with the objects by holding the child up to the wall with texture on it, handing objects to their child from the table, or encouraging them to crawl across various textures. All objects would be safe for children to put in their mouths, as newborns to 18-month-old infants often grasp anything they can reach with their developing fine motor skills and put it in their mouths, either to investigate it or ingest it. Much of a baby's world is translated to them through touching and feeling their environment, and doing so builds more neural pathways. Not only then are infants using this activity to build their neural pathways, but they are also working on their gross motor skills when feeling the objects. Caregivers will be encouraged to participate with their child, adding to the secure attachment between parent and child. The second activity for infants is tummy time. During this time, while a child is fully awake and alert, they are placed on their stomach to practice lifting their head and strengthening their muscles. The child is to be placed on a solid surface, and it is suggested that a caregiver play with their child to keep their attention. The caregiver can interact with their children during tummy time by playing with a toy that keeps the child's attention, making the child follow the toy with their eyes, or even gently roll the child from side to side and then back to their tummy. Tummy time can help strengthen the muscles in the neck of the infant and prevents the baby from developing a flat spot on the back of the head. While a flat spot from prolonged lying on their back doesn't hurt the baby, it does look odd. One item that would assist with the second activity would be edu-shaped solid play mats. These are firm mats but yet padded to help keep the child comfortable during tummy time without the surface being too soft. Soft objects should be kept away from infants on their stomach to prevent suffocation. They are also brightly colored and textured to add interest to them for the infant and build neural pathways as they feel the texture. Our second age group is toddlers, ages 1 to 3. The first activity will be structure play, where children will build towers and other structures with blocks. Children enjoy creating things they can create to be taller and then knock them over when they feel the need. Children and caretakers can build towers and work on counting blocks together, identifying colors or types of blocks. Children at 16 to 26 months engage mostly in parallel play, which is playing with the same materials next to each other, but not necessarily playing with those materials together with another child. But by 26 to 36 months, children begin to co-play, building towers and structures together. Support is needed to assist children in learning to play together well and share the materials available. This builds a child's ability to play with others and cognitively begins to help them reason about how structures work. Playing is how toddlers learn how to be comfortable and interact with others, learning how to make friends with other children. As children build towers, early learning of numbers, colors, and descriptive words can be introduced when working with various blocks. This will help educate the child by acquiring early language for describing objects by color, number, and what the object is made of. The second activity will be outdoor play, where children will be encouraged to be active outdoors on play equipment and caregiver-run games. Such games might include follow the leader, red light, green light, or tag games, all of which involve movement. This will contribute to children getting enough physical activity to stay fit and healthy. When young children become obese, such as before age 5, they are 5 times more likely to be overweight at 12 years old. About 50% of those that are obese at 6 years old will be obese as adults. This activity enhances physical development of the child, working with gross motor skills. One item that might be helpful in the second activity of outdoor play would be the Little Tykes 1, 2, 3 climber, seesaw, and slide. This piece of outdoor equipment would promote climbing to get to the top platform, legwork as part of using the seesaw, and crawling for going through the log tunnel. Also, this item would promote sharing for turn-taking on the slide and co-playing for on the seesaw. Playing is how toddlers learn how to be comfortable and how to interact with people, making friends with other children. So, play equipment that must be shared will assist in that. Our third age group is early childhood, ages 3 years to 6 years old. The first activity for children in this age group will be art lessons. Caregivers will be encouraged to help children create art using paint, crayons, pencils, clay, and many other mediums. Using many kinds of mediums will create enjoyable, varied experiences while working on fine motor skills. Art has been found to contribute to overall readiness to learn and the emergence of literacy skills in programs such as promoting and supporting early literacy through arts. This activity will help to enhance physical and cognitive development, as art projects will help to develop fine and gross motor skills while also helping a child to learn forms and letters that then will help them learn how to decode letters better and create higher reading comprehension in school. The second activity will be a reading circle. This will involve all the children sitting down and a caretaker reading a picture book to them, making sure that the pictures are large and colorful and that the book is on an appropriate level for the children. Also, as the book is being read, if possible, the caretaker will point to the words as they are being read. Partway through reading the book, the caregiver may stop and ask children questions relating to the situations in the book about what they think should be done about a problem or how a character should react to something. Then reading will continue. When the story is finished, the caretaker will lead the children in questions and comments at the end of the book so that ideas can be shared about the outcome. It has been found that the more opportunities that are taken to read to children and help them with reasoning about what is being read leads to more important ways leads to better practices in reading and successful reading outcomes for students. Reading on a daily basis also helps students to be more interested in reading. For the first activity of art lessons, I believe that having easels, such as the Melissa and Doug Deluxe standing easel, for the children to paint or draw on will be important. Having two sides, two children can use it at the same time. Along with tables in the room to do art projects on, an easel will give a child a different view of their art and allow those with higher energy to stand to create their art rather than being forced to be seated. Our fourth age group is middle childhood, ages 7 to 12 years old. The first activity for these children will be a games room. This room will be filled with board, card, and other various non-electronic games. The goals of these games will be for children to interact, negotiate, and follow the rules of the game as written for each game. As children advance in playing the games, making up new rules and various other creative ideas for what can be done with the games will be encouraged as group play. Board and card games help children negotiate, develop social skills and strategy while engaging in enjoyable activity. These types of play show increasing abilities to deal with cognitive, social, and emotional issues. This activity will help children enhance their cognitive and social emotional development as they engage in gameplay using negotiation and cooperation as well as strategy and making new rules for the games. This will help educate children on how to work together as well as how to negotiate for what they want, giving them skills to help them later as they become adults in the community. The second activity for our middle childhood group will be a drama club. Children will be able to act or use props, such as puppets, to act out plays and scenarios. Acting in various parts and role-playing helps children to understand different points of view as well as to explore different emotions. Children will be given the opportunity to help with scripts and encouraged to incorporate humor in various fun aspects they enjoy. Children who work on using humor are demonstrating their knowledge of the world by using puns, jokes, exaggerations, and other wordplay, and gain power and delight in transforming that knowledge in incongruous ways. This will also bring out teamwork and negotiation of parts the group of children want all included. Children are often more prepared and able to be patient, persevere in difficult activities, and form ideas about the future through using their imaginations to role play. This activity will be great for both genders to equally be able to perform and feel a part of the drama group. Children will get to express themselves as they develop their own parts, collaborate with other children to express what they know, and choose a style of performance that they like best. A useful tool for the drama group would be a set of puppets for plays, such as the plush Happy Kids hand puppet sets in the Multi-Ethnic collection. This set has many ethnicities fairly represented and shows many cultures in our community, as well as depicts both boys and girls. This gives ethnicity and gender fair representation while allowing the fun of using a prop during a role play or scenario. Our last age group is adolescents, 13 to 18 years old. Our first activity for this group is the sport and dance class. This class will be different every 2 to 3 meetings, making the physical activity varied and interesting. There will be various sport games and dance aspects incorporated to keep teens active and moving in ways that are fun, relevant, and engaging. Many teens enjoy team activities and dancing at social activities with their schools, but may not know how to do some of the movements. This class will cover popular yet appropriate dance movements, games, and sports. Music will be involved whenever it can be applied, as it has been found that music helps to make physical activity seem easier and more enjoyable, therefore keeping students motivated to continue. During adolescence, the body is growing and needs sufficient nutrition, sleep, and physical activity. Teens that are obese have 70 to 80% chance of being obese as adults. This will enhance the physical development of the teens, helping to keep them fit and healthy and developing interests in activities that they can continue to pursue to keep a healthy weight. The second activity for adolescents will be a book club. There will be several groups to include many varied genres of books. Adolescents have very varied tastes in many things, and having several groups for adolescents to join will give them the ability to explore different genres they may be interested in. Books will be chosen and arranged with the local library so that the children don't have to own the book to enjoy the experience. Each group will have an adult to lead in the discussion and peer interaction. The goal of these groups will be to create a social atmosphere about something the group enjoys. The adult will not be in firm control of the group, which will allow adults and adolescents to both contribute. This activity will help teenagers with their cognitive and social-emotional development. This activity will also help to build adolescents' communication of ideas, critical thinking, working together with peers, and developing friendships through shared interests. Teenagers like technology, so an item that will help with this group would be a Nintendo Wii and a Wii Fit system. These items will help get teens up and moving even when indoors during bad weather. Also, many of the games have music or point systems to keep the teens trying to get better scores by performing the physical activities more proficiently. These activities for the children of our community will be healthy for them in a variety of ways, making sure that children of all socioeconomic levels, ages, and abilities have the same access to education and learning environments. Children will be able to build cognitive, physical, and psychosocial skills while having fun together. These activities will help bring our community together and build our next generation into adults that are strong and ready for the world. Thank you so much for listening to my proposal for the Antelope Community Youth Center.